another message. I'm going to try and remember. The image that's being shown to me is that there was a time where, that's it. Yes, we're upgrading AOSs. That's as simple as it is. It's really as simple as it is. I don't understand how to upgrade an AOS. I don't understand computers, but they're showing me it's the same thing that's happening as our brain, our body system is not the creator of information. It is a captor, a receiver, and it stocks information. But the information is out there and it's unlimited. It's frequencies. And our brain system, because what they're showing me, it's not just in the head, it's also in the body, and they're showing me fascia and the whole 9 yards, which I don't understand. But, and they're saying, don't worry, no one understands already. But our body system, our ego body system, our brain body, and they're just laughing that we actually separate the brain and the body. But anyway, this vehicle called Catherine Barr with the flesh is a receiver of information and also keeps information. There's stored information in the body. And what's happening right now is we're upgrading our body systems so we can receive more information. And what they're showing me when I freaked out when I changed my AOS a few years ago. And I changed the AOS and I had a meltdown because I didn't understand my computer. There were things that I used to do I wasn't able to do anymore. There was so much new information that I felt overwhelmed. And it's saying this is exactly what's happening. The good news is you're being helped. There's legions upon legions of helpers. I don't know why they keep giving me this image because I don't really love technology, but it's the same. So our brains, our bodies, the body system is being upgraded into a different AOS so that we can receive more information of light. And the higher, they don't like that word either. They're telling me something very interesting. Words are frequencies. They're just sound. But what is a word? It's a sound that enough intention has been put on those sounds to decide energetically that it means something. So the sound, which would be like a bit of a virgin frequency if we wish, becomes an entity. Every word is an entity. Now, they don't like that word either because an entity, some of you, it's scaring you because we use the word entity for, talking about ghosts and stuff. So every word is let me find the right word. Every word, it almost becomes like a person. It's got its life. It comes with it, with a lot attached to it. And so when we use words or we hear certain words, we receive much more than what we think we're receiving. And that's why it's so important for them. And they're actually challenging us. Use new words. Invent words. And this is part of our sovereignty right now. Stepping out of the old container, inventing, becoming sovereign. And a lot of you, and myself included, when I hear that, invent new words, there's like my belly tenses, and it almost feels like a taboo, like, oh my God, we can't do that. I'm not allowed to invent a word. Only important people do that, right? And they have to kind of spend years deciding together in a circle. And what they're telling us is, no. Invent your own words to encompass concepts And you're going to know when that word is right for you because you're going to feel it in your body. It's going to feel good. And that's why some of us need to fine-tune even more our feeling sense. Some of us are not connected enough to the feeling sense in our body. It's like we're missing out on part of the information. And it's very important to come back to the body and the feeling sense, because the body is going to tell you immediately if you're on course or off, and what do words feel like. So when I'm in this space of listening to these messages, I'm really listening to my body. I'm feeling what's happening as I speak. So the thing that comes up is I can't invent a new word because people won't understand what I'm saying. They won't understand right away. That's normal. And there'll be maybe an explaining or exposing of the word, but they will get it on an energetic level. And that's important. There's a need as we upgrade our system to also become aware of the words we use and what they mean to us. Because that, at the end of the day, is what's truly important. There's what they mean to us. That means what they trigger within us energetically. On which wavelength do they bring us? And there's also the global archetypal kind of thing where like there's almost like the unconscious of millennia of wording and using words. And words can change meaning, and they have. And we can also choose to invent new words. And this is going to be part of our sovereignty path as humans, to find how we can better communicate, but also see where we get trapped in our communication in all different levels, and we get stuck in ruts that we don't even realize that we can be in. So it can be interesting to observe our words and to feel into our words. That's mostly what they're saying is, yes, observe, but observe is not enough. Remember, your brain is just a receiver. It's it's not as sexy as you think it is. It's interesting. It's very interesting, but it's like having an empty computer. What is interesting is what's programmed within the computer, right? What's in those, that's where the body, the feeling sense, your emotions, how you're feeling with a word is going to give you a lot of information about yourself and what you're believing and which story do you want to write. And this is where we're going, and this is where we are, but this is also the upgrade. Because they're showing me, because I went down the rabbit hole a few weeks ago with the NDE experiences and people talking about their near-death experiencing. And one thing that comes out a lot for a lot of people is that they are able in that dimension, in that frequency. They're telling me don't use the word dimension because it makes people feel like they have to go higher, like it's somewhere else. It's frequency. It's all here at the same time. There's no place, but it's a frequency. Death is a frequency, and in the NDE experiences, the people are sharing that in that frequency, their thoughts create very quick. So if they think of ice cream, they have an ice cream in front of them. So, and this came out, I don't know where this came out because I don't know, but what I know this came from another teacher a few weeks ago, and now I'm remembering. We can't go to the 5D. This is Nancy Rebecca. Yes, thank you, Nancy. Nancy was talking about the importance right now of clearing up our relationship to our first three chakras, our first three energy systems, which are very connected to the ego body, which is essential. There's no bad or negative or wrong. It's like judging the wheels on your car. You need wheels on your car, but the car is not just wheels, right? So the importance right now and that's what we're doing. So whether you know it or not, that's what's happening right now. We are clearing out a lot of old programming from the first, second, third chakra. Survival, competition, power, struggles, all that energy that has been twisted in a sense through fear and through separateness. Because when that's cleared out, what we get is three beautiful energy systems that ground us, connect us to ecosystem, give us energy and power to act in the 3D. We have community, we have sovereignty of self. That's the invitation of the first three chakras, right? So we're being helped right now to clear out that. They say be careful with the word clean, because the word clean implies dirty. And there's already a lot of that going around in spiritual circles and teachings, that the first three chakras are somehow not good, that we need to transcend. And so that also, they're telling me that also is an old pattern, an old system of separateness. We're being helped to upgrade, that's the word, upgrade the first three chakra systems so that they can also receive more energy and work better for us. But imagine if we upgrade our system in our capacity to manifest, okay? Imagine because that's where we're going. We're going to be able to manifest quicker. There's going to be a lightening of this frequency that's going to resemble a bit more what we would imagine happens when our body dies. And imagine we have that, but we still have all these survival and separateness issues on the first three chakras. Not going to be good, right? Just imagine. So that's not what we want. You can't have a Lamborghini and not be able to drive, or drive like, you can't be a bad driver in a Lamborghini, right? Because when you put that foot on the accelerator, you're going to go fast. It's going to happen. And you might kill someone or yourself or, damage. So we're being prepared for that. It's happening. And again, there's no time, space in that dimension or that frequency. So it's all here right now happening. So that's why a lot of us are observing our dynamics again, what we call the wounds or the power struggles, and the words we use. Coming back to the words we use, the words we give belief to. What they're showing me is, what do you believe? Now, this word is a beautiful word, believe, but let's break it into feeling sense. They want us to feel that word, believe. What does it feel like when you believe in something? What's happening in your energy body? What are you doing when you believe in something? Believing. What I'm feeling, it's like there's a funnel. It's almost like a funnel, like a laser. It's like the light is laser focused onto something. There's part of my energy that's being given to something, right? I'm committing almost to something. My energy is being committed. My intention, my attention is being committed to something. I believe in this. And that is a beautiful thing. It's part of our they're showing me the wand of Harry Potter, The wand helps, but he has to believe. He has to bring into intention with the wand. And that's what we do when we believe. And we've been doing a lot of it unconsciously. We've been waving wands, not knowing we are magicians. And therefore our wand was not as powerful because we didn't know we were magicians. So it's better that you don't have such a big wand because, go and play, go have fun. It's like the parents saying, well, they're showing me again the car. So we buy a plastic car for our kids, and we put them in a safe environment, and we say go play car, go play driving. The kid feels like they're driving, We know they're not in danger. We know that even if they crash, they're not going to really hurt themselves. We wouldn't put a toddler in a Lamborghini. So they're showing me it's the same thing that's happening. We have been driving unconsciously. We have been magicians sleeping. And so there has been less energy put in our wand, in our wording. Part of our wand, our capacity to manifest, our magic is through our words. But this is what's upgrading. We're being given, in a sense, or given is not the right word. We're being infused with an upgrade to our capacity to manifest and be co-creators. And at the same time, there's an awakening of the truth of who we are as magicians, as creators. And through that, there has to be an upgrade also through the energy systems that believe that we are separate. Does that make sense? It makes sense. Think about, feel it. Hear it, feel it through your body, what that means. More power, more responsibility, ability to respond. Responsibility, ability to respond. We are more empowered, sovereign, responsible. They come together. And the great compassion of our helpers and our guides and our brothers and sisters in different frequencies and our souls, the great compassion is that they're not putting babies in Lamborghinis. But we still have free will. So some of us, they're showing me, no, but we still have free will, and it has happened that people want to be in the Lamborghini without learning to drive, and a lot can happen there also. They're showing me images of leaders, like Hitler, for instance, who had great power, it's interesting. They're showing me it's not what you think, in the sense he's been demonized. And I'm not saying Hitler's a good guy, but they're showing me that this is the exact example of putting a lot of power in a system that is flawed and not ready. And so it can create extreme damage to the self, to the soul, and to other souls. So there's compassion in that they're asking us to be compassionate to ourselves, like a gentle parent, that we don't push the child out into the traffic. We follow the rhythm of development. And although it's very quick right now, and it does feel very quick right now for many of us, it's because we're ready. We're ready, we're there, and we're held, and we are learning. So as we move through this upgrade of systems, using again this image of the AOS, and I don't even know if I'm saying it properly. That's how unknowledgeable I am about computers. Yeah. The Mojave on Apple and all that, what runs your computer. Same computer, they're showing me same computer, different system. But at one point, the system is too strong for the computer and you have to change computers. And what they're showing me is that we're not going to have to change our bodies, in the sense we can upgrade the body. The body's upgrading, the cells are upgrading to receive a higher system. And that's where it can feel at times uncomfortable and scary because the body, oh, this is beautiful. The body is a being encompassing trillions of consciousnesses that have also accepted to serve, to be us. And the body is very grounded in the 3 first energy centers because that's what its role is. It has to keep us here because the soul is like, let's have fun, let's jump off a cliff, right? Boom. So we would be constantly killing the body and having to come back. So the body, through its intention and its rooting and it helps keep us here for a longer journey so that we can truly experience and taste the world. But in that, there's also a gentleness that our souls and our hearts can bring to the body, a compassion that change is can be scary to the body because it goes against survival. The body wants to stay where it's survived, and it's been its role. So it's like we're kind of taming the body and helping it feel safe. It's okay. You're safe. We're safe, even though there's more frequency coming in, even though I'm able to let the soul lead more the way. The body doesn't have to be killed. The ego, this ego death stuff. Oh man. Anyway, they're showing me that that's also part of the separate consciousness. No one needs to die here. Nothing needs to be killed. They're showing me like a hug, an embrace. The ego is part of your vehicle. And so it's like coming to it with a lot of compassion and gentleness and reverence for the role that it has played. It has captured, these consciousnesses have accepted to stay captured within the 3D in a certain frequency to help the vehicle stay connected here. I'm not sure I understand what I just said. It's still, but that's what's being said. So to come at it with extreme gratitude, remembering that the body is also a concept, because when we look into the microcosm, it's trillions of consciousnesses that have agreed to a belief and to cohere together in order to offer us this vehicle, us the body, us the soul. And as I say this, I feel like weeping. I have tears of the heart, tears of immense gratefulness. It feels like a heart. It almost hurts, but it's not that. It's the heart that is filled with gratitude too, and it feels like the body, as I say this, is saying, "Thank you. You see me." It's as if these trillions of cells are saying, at last, at last, my parent sees me. I'm the parent of this body. The soul is the parent of the body. And now at last the parent sees the child.